And every week I get to tell you about people who uplift, inspire, and really make us proud about living in Southeast Wisconsin. And the best thing about it is we meet so many people from all walks of life. And one of those individuals you're looking at right now, Katie O'Regan, and I have to say, I think she's a Renaissance woman. She is a writer, actor, director, musician. She has a PhD. So so if you don't feel small yet, maybe you will at the end of this conversation. Katie, thank you for being with me this afternoon.
Carole, thank you for having me. You're so kind. Um, Coming from an Emmy award-winning rock star who's been an inspiration to so many people for so many years, I take that as a high compliment from you. I really appreciate it. And an artist in your own right, and a musician.
Well, yeah, in my dreams. But I have to say, and for those of you just joining us, Katie O'Regan has written and produced and is about to premiere a movie. And it is a wonderful movie with a lot of people from Wisconsin in this movie. Good Morning, Miss America. And I saw the trailer, and Katie, I am so intrigued. First of all, for viewers who might be just joining us and never heard about this movie, can you tell us what they are in for when they see it?
It's really this beautiful story written about this family from the Midwest, and who there's two sisters. I play Jane, the sister who is an artist who moves to Portland, who has this long distance telephone relationship with her parents, who she loves and adores. But now mom has dementia. She's water on the brain, and her stepfather has dementia. And she's just trying to figure it out, like we all are in our lives right now. How to help and love our parents at this time in their life to the best ability we can, and still figure out how we live our own lives. And so it's this journey about Jane's journey about acceptance of her parents' condition. It's about this beautiful love relationship between the mother and the father, who've been married for a long time and who are amazing actors. By the way, Diana Angelina is an amazing actress. She plays my mother, and Dean Schofield plays the stepfather, and they're both from LA. I pulled them in from LA because I was so impressed with them as actors. So it's this story, and Liza Asner, Ed Asner's daughter, plays my sister.
I love, I was looking at the people that you have in the film, and I know I read some of the information, and we should point out Ed Asner was going to be a part of this before he passed away.
He was. He agreed. He read the script, and he loved it. Phyllis Yes wrote the play of Good Morning, Miss America, and this is really loosely based upon her life. And I'd produced it twice, and then I did a staged reading with Ed Asner, and I was so honored that he wanted to work with me. But this is Phyllis Yes' original play. I did the screenplay. I wrote the screenplay.
Right. Yes, you did.
I tweaked it and did all that and wrote the music for it. But this is Phyllis Yes' story. So her concept, which comes straight from her life, is really beautiful, and it resonated with me, and it resonates with the audience. And I know you talked, Carole, just about your life and about your father, and you said he's 88 too, as my father is. And so we have the gift of having our fathers when they're older, and we also have the worry about how to take care of them. So this movie, it's not really that sad either. It's a hopeful movie. It sounds like it's depressing. It's not. It works on your heartstrings, but it's also funny.
Well, and that's the beautiful part, Katie. I think so many people are going through this, and a lot of people will resonate with this journey, because this is, as the population ages, and as there's new scientific breakthroughs, we're living longer, and so most of us will deal with this at one time or another. And I also am very impressed, Katie, that you use so many Wisconsin people.
Yay, go Wisconsin!
Because you have some Sheboygan roots as well. Talk about why it was important to use the Wisconsin folks in the film.
I've lived in Wisconsin longer than any other state. I was born in Minnesota, raised in Iowa, and Wisconsin is my adopted state. I've had a house in Sheboygan for almost 20 years. I lived in Manhattan, but I keep coming back to Sheboygan. So, and I haven't studied in the University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. So I'm a big Milwaukee girl too. So we shot a lot of the movie at my house in Sheboygan, which is really wonderful. And Neil Willinson, who is a rock star actor, who is wonderful. As soon as I heard of him and talked to him on the phone, I was like, "You're cast." And he plays the judge in it. Wait till you see him. And Neil, as you know, is just this remarkable human being, and he's a really great actor. He was a joy to work with. The guy he's a really great actor. He can play anything.
It's amazing that you have so much talent. People forget we have a lot of talent here as
Yes,
well.
absolutely. Eric Luker is amazing. He's the ambulance driver. I cast him, and I even expanded his role in the movie. He's great on camera. He's from Milwaukee. Cast and crew. There's lots of crew that we use from Milwaukee. So I had to first premiere it here in the Midwest because this is really a Midwesterner story. Even though we shot part of it in Portland, it's really the heart of it's from the Midwest. And I have a big mission, even though I lived in Manhattan for a long time and go back and forth. I did this show on off Broadway 2.5 years ago where I played Jane, and I brought it to off Broadway. So I'm half New Yorker, half Wisconsin girl. I kind of like to keep it in the middle here.
You're a child of the universe is what you are. And I
Yes.
think you can connect with people from all over. And that's the beautiful part. And, one thing I have to say, Katie, is the fact that not only are you bringing this a poignant story to our attention, but you're also giving, I think, when I heard the music in the trailer, I haven't seen the film, for those of you, and the film is Good Morning Miss America. If you're just joining us, I have not seen the film because it's not out yet, but the trailer music was on. I loved it, and you wrote the music.
Thanks. Yeah, I do electronic music, and I'm a songwriter, and I'm kind of like,
And a PhD.
well, that's my dissertation. Actually, I'm going to publish in a book. It's coming out pretty soon. So the PhD is just I had to somehow prove to myself that I wasn't just an artist. I had to be academic too. I'm always trying to.
Good for you.
I believe in education, as I know you do too. I've never just wanted to be a movie star. I've got to dance on Broadway. I've got to tour, but I never just wanted to do that. I really do this because of education and to connect people and to, like what we talked yesterday, to inspire people. We need inspiration in this world more than we need anything.
Yes. And also I think it's so important that we always remember you have to keep learning your entire life. That is so crucial. You don't stop learning. You don't stop growing, because that's how we evolve, I think. So, and I love that about you. So you're just, to me, I want to find out you're a dancer, musician, actor, writer, director, and all of this stuff. I'm like, whoa. So, and you starred in the film.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. It's easier. It's easier just there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that do films that star in their own films more than people think. And it wasn't I think if I hadn't done it on stage already and off Broadway just as an actress and a director, it probably would have been more difficult. But I had an amazing cast to act with. And it's a SAG film. Everyone got paid. I'm really proud of that. Sacred Noise Society, my company, is a nonprofit organization. I've had it for 25 years. So on our Cedarburg, we're having our film at
Yes,
Cedarburg.
I was going to ask you about that for people who want to see this film, and it is going to premiere right here in Cedarburg this weekend. Talk about that, Katie.
At noon on Sunday, we're doing a very special screening of it, and it's a suggested donation of $25 if you want to help support our film to keep it going. However, if you can't afford that because we live in the times we live in and you really want to be inspired, you just come on in. There's only 250 seats though, so we've already sold a bunch of tickets, but we're going to do a talk back after. And if you want to, I'm going to do a talk back and, jam with the audience. Anyone wants to ask me questions or wants to come be a part of our next film or be a part of Sacred Noise Society, I can't wait to meet you and talk to you. Carole, I think, should be a part of my next film. Doesn't everyone think? Yeah.
I don't think so. Well, I have to say, I did some minor acting and some minor roles years ago, and that was a long time ago. But now, I wouldn't even know what to do. But I am just really inspired because I think, and you're an artist, and what you're doing to me is you're reaching out and you're helping people understand and sort out emotions and things in their life that they may not be able to do on their own. And I even see that in the trailer, that is one of your goals. It's not ego, but it's you want to uplift, and I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's our goal because we're all in this together. Yeah. None of us get out of the world alive. We all have family. whether we speak to them or not, whether they're across the country or not, whether we love to death them or have troubles, we are in this together, every
Mhm.
one of us. And so that's what I loved about the play when I read it, and we got to put it to film and put music as the elixir to inspire, to make it a little softer maybe for people to talk about, because it's tough. This issue is really tough to talk about. How do we, work with ourselves as we get older, and with our parents and with our siblings, and touchy subjects.
Yeah, and it's a very relevant subject, and it's something that's
Yeah.
very very important, and you really need to think about it before it actually happens. And I think a lot of people just don't. But and dealing with aging parents, can I ask you how you came up with the name? I love the name Good Morning Miss America of the
Yeah, the playwright
book.
came up with a name, and it's called Good Morning Miss America because the stepfather calls the mother every day. He says to
Oh,
her, "Good morning, Miss America."
oh,
It's
that's
very
so
sweet, and
that's
so isn't that beautiful? And um, Lou and Doris, and I'm telling you, the actors that play these two characters are so wonderful. Even though I'd signed Ed Asner up to do the role, and then we tragically, lost him last August. It wasn't even a year ago that we lost him. I made Ed Asner Day in a film festival that I created 2 years ago, and he came twice to my film festival to be my guest of honor. I was really overwhelmed with his artistry and his kindness. Um, but anyway, the gentleman that plays Lou in the film is a remarkable actor, and he took his place. You can never compare Ed Asner to anyone, but Dean Schofield does an amazing job, and I'm really proud of him. I'm really glad I cast him, and Diana Angelina as well. June Squibb, who's a very famous actress in New York, was going to play the mother, and I cast Diana instead because, like you brought up, Carole, it's talent. You don't have to be famous. Talent is talent.
yes, that's
Hey,
true. Yeah, and we're
I
seeing that more and more.
I really, really want to cast more people that never had the chance as younger people, and now they get to you. You'll see in the film, all the people in the film are over 50.
Wow, that's extremely well unusual, but it's inspirational. And it's also, what you're doing is you're giving a lot of people a chance at an art form that really deserves the attention. And your artistry, the fact that you're able to attract such talented people is a credit to you though. And I really have to say, Katie, it's unbelievable to me with what you're doing and what you've been able to do. And I'm just glad that actually Neil Williamson turned me on to you. So thank you, Neil.
Yeah. Thank you, Neil.
He told me
Neil's
about
not over. Okay, Neil's not over 50. He's probably only. Sorry, Neil.
yeah,
I know
he's
you
done.
were you were the baby of the crew. I think really. But yeah, Neil is just. I mean, he got the Ozaukee County Courthouse. He's just killer. He's got this 11-minute scene in the movie with Lou that he just nails it. It's like a little mini short film.
Well, I
I
can't
didn't.
wait to see it. So it's gonna. So people, if you don't get to go this weekend, how are they going to be able to see the film? Uh,
Well, I'm working on getting distribution for the
okay.
film. So it's I forgot to talk about Lacey the puppy. She's my corgi that you just heard.
Oh,
She's
really?
um,
She's making her voice
my
heard.
hair's all over. Look at this, you guys. I apologize. I don't have hair and makeup here back in my studio. Yeah, my little corgi is really funny, and she adds levity. She adds levity to the film, and we all need levity in life.
Yes, we do. And, most importantly, I think we need stories like this to help us process our own lives. And that's what it does, really. And I really appreciate it because I think I have a feeling that this is going to go far, though. I can just, how you get that feeling
Yeah,
and not that I'm, a soothsayer or anything, or I'm
yeah.
a predictor, but I have a feeling that this is going to do very well,
I
Katie.
I think it does. It's amazing that it's even a movie, because if someone would have told me 3.5 years ago or 4 years ago when I first read the play, that we would be here doing this now, um, I would have been like, really? I think God and the universe had a bigger plan, and they just used me. They're like, here, Katie will do this. She'll go do this. You
Well,
know?
what advice do you have for people out there who might be thinking, "Oh, I want to play the piano, I want to do dance, I want to write something, or I want to be in movies, or just do anything artistic"? Any advice for someone who's sort of sitting on the sidelines, a little bit afraid to dip their toe in the water?
Yeah. You know, it's sit down and just listen. Listen. If it's for you to play the piano again, if it's for you to write something, just sit down, clear your mind, and just listen. And do what first comes to your mind. It's the first thing, the muse, the inspirational muse, it's the first thing ever that comes to your mind. If it says, you know, we sacred noise society means that internal voice that comes to us. And that's how I do everything. That's how I write songs. That's how I cast people. That's how I direct. That's how I sit and act and absorb a character in order to translate it to make it as natural as I can. And so my advice is just don't ever worry about whatever anyone else says. It's not that we shouldn't listen to other people's advice, but no one else can do what you can do. No one has your talent. Nobody can ever duplicate you. And you are here for a reason, and we need your voice artistically. And if you are an artist or have been an artist, and Carole, I know that you're classically trained as a pianist, we need
A long time ago. Let's point that out.
it never goes away. You don't
Lot.
lose those skills, but practice. You know, we all have to practice at everything. That's the hard part.
Well, such you give such good advice, and you have so much wisdom. And Katie O'Regan, I could talk to you all day, but I appreciate you being with me this afternoon, and I look forward to the movie. If you're just joining us, keep an eye out on Good Morning Miss America. It is a film that you will no doubt be able to see. I have a feeling it's going to be widely dispersed, and we're going to enjoy it. And I see awards in your future, Katie. So.
Oh, good. Well, I want you at the award ceremony with me, Carole. I want you to come.
I'm just so proud of you and all the actors in Neil, and thank you so much for sharing your journey. And it's this Sunday at Rivoli Theater in Cedarburg.
Yep, right downtown. And tickets you can get on sacrednoisesociety.org. You can buy tickets online, or you can come to the theater as well and buy tickets the day of.
Well, I have a feeling it's going to be just a sellout. Well, Katie, thank you so much, and continued success, and keep up the good work with your artistry. And thank all of you for joining me for Lunch with Carole. We'll see you in a few weeks again with another wonderful person who is doing great things to make us feel better about life and the world. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks, Katie.